Today's video will be about the Hacienda healthcare sexual abuse case, which occurred in 2019 at the Hacienda healthcare facility in Phoenix, Arizona. It became national news, making it a high-profile case, mainly due to the fact that it involved an incapacitated disabled woman who was R-worded many times and eventually impregnated by a licensed practical nurse who was entrusted to look after her. The victim is a 29-year-old woman who was originally from the San Carlos Apache Indian Reservation. She has been in the facility since 1992 when she was only 3 years old. Tragically, at only 2 months old, she would have multiple seizures, which as a result created an intellectual disability and caused her to be nonverbal. With that being said, it was widely reported that she was in a coma, which is entirely false. She was able to experience pain and respond with facial gestures and some vocal sounds, such as crying when in distress. She can also respond to auditory stimuli and has some limited ability to move her head, neck, and limbs. It's also said that she would often thrash her arms while hooked up to a ventilator. Her abuse likely took place over multiple years, mainly due to the fact that she was in her assailant's care hundreds of times between 2012 and 2018. Everything would come to a head on December 29, 2018, when the victim would give birth to a baby boy. An investigation was promptly launched and DNA samples were taken from all male employees. Then on January 22, 2019, the DNA results would come back as a match to the 36-year-old nurse, Nathan Sutherland. It would turn out that the 36-year-old was going through a divorce and was said to be constantly stressed out. Once all the details came to light, Hacienda Healthcare's CEO Bill Timmons resigned, and the governor of Arizona, Doug Ducey, called for the resignation of the board of directors. Then in February of 2019, the facility would close down, and that's when investigators would find maggots on one of the male patients, which prompted the Department of Health to revoke their license, although they would regain their license under a new CEO. The victim's family from the sexual abuse case would file a $45 million lawsuit, and in June of 2021, they reached a $15 million settlement with Hacienda and a $7.5 million settlement with the state of Arizona. In February of 2019, Nathan Sutherland would initially plead not guilty, but then in September of 2021, he pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 10 years in prison, receiving credit for the 3 years he's already served. It's also worth noting that in 2021, the former CEO, Bill Timmons, was charged and convicted in a fraud case. As for the baby boy, the victim's family has been raising him. He's walking and talking and will be turning 6 in December. As for the facility, unfortunately it appears that it's still open. But make sure to let me know what you guys think below. Thanks for watching.